And them got to sleep with gun under them pillow. And anything move, them by ready for squeeze. Cause when them squeeze trigger, and when you figure, guns and bombs are what them buy, them prefer. I live better. Now when you suffer, now when you lose your life and burn up in hellfire. But tell me why you live your life like this. Tell me why you live so devilish. Showing Jesus already died for your sins. So by no volunteer to perish, you got to take it easy.
As to sing the song with that brethren, you know, we come and get gunned down. Yeah, it was called Taking It Easy, but you come and lost your life, so I said take it easy.
Take it easy.
Yeah, man.
Just tell them, gunman, take it easy.
Watch it.
Somebody can't sleep comfortable in the night, cause them mind not at ease. And them got to sleep with gun under them pillow. And anything move, them by ready for squeeze. Cause when them squeeze trigger, and when you figure, guns and bombs are what them buy, them prefer. And live better. Now when you suffer, now when you lose your life and burn up in hellfire. But tell me why you live your life like this. Tell me why you live so devilish. Showing Jesus already died for your sins. So by no volunteer to perish, they got to take it easy. And this one of me do for the youth in the ghetto. Easy. And this one of me do for the youth in the ghetto. Easy. Easy. I said let's take it easy. Oh man. Well, tell them by them that there must be a better way. So look at what I'm going when you bust it up. I know you can't like catch it. Your friends will tell lie with you because the class you was a bad company. But look at what you're going and do. But when you kill out a whole family, or when you squeeze trigger, or when you figure, guns and bombs are what them buy, them prefer. A little better. Know when you suffer, know when you lose your life and run up in hellfire. But tell me why you live your life like this. Tell me why you live so devilish. When Jesus already died for your sins, so why not volunteer to perish? Take it easy. And this one I just have to do to get it easy.
In Jesus' name, I just want to take it easy. Why? You know why we want to take it easy?
Cherry beats, make me talk to them youths on the streets, yeah.
Why you don't want to take it easy?
Pass me the microphone, just make me preach. Make me preach. Cherry beats, make me talk to them youths on the streets, yeah. Talk to them, why. Pass me the microphone, just make me preach. Make me preach. Cause when me come from you not get no ease. And some of them call me the ghetto priest. Cause me was born and grown and raised in the streets. So this Jesus you don't know about it. That's why I don't wanna go to hell. Why every youth want to walk with the fire. We used to live that life but now me retire. Since Jesus Christ take over. Take over. Welcome to the ghetto when them buy houses. Them walk around with them fake bulletproof vests. The thing they teflonless. So when a gunman strike, them are open up them chests. And it's just one more casket, one more candle, one more funeral. Hey, the body make the thing look normal.
So normal?
Yeah. One more casket, one more candle, one more funeral. Hey, the body make the thing look normal.
Your child is beginning to discover the world. It's time to let them explore. Clim 1 Plus contains calcium, iron and vitamins that support their defenses, helping to promote a healthy immune system and normal growth. After all, your little explorer has the whole world to discover. Clim, your love, their future. Clim 1 Plus is not a breast milk substitute. It is specially suited from 1 year onward.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
What is Apex? It is the pinnacle of high-performance vision through a lens. It's clarity, no matter what angle you look at. It's comfort, no matter what you do all day, every day. And it's customized with every digital measurement your eyes require to see at their very best. Apex Digital Lenses by Value Optical, the ultimate lens design for your eyes. Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
Conscious Talk, where we are at and where we are going. After a storm, there is a calm. Where there is darkness, light follows. Where there is evil, good overcometh. It's Conscious Talk with Steve Antoine. Every Thursday from 10:25 a.m. to 10:55 a.m. It's Conscious Talk. Conscious Talk.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT.
Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody.
Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
In Trinidad and Tobago, there are so many things to talk about. Social issues, injustice, child abuse, domestic violence, political scandals, and much more. On HOTP, we will cover all that and much more. Don't forget, you can catch us every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday nights from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Facebook and Instagram. Hot off the press. Hot topics, no filter.
Pastor Hannah A. Pabu of Holy Spirit Ministries will be live on the street 919 FM every Wednesday from 11:15 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. In the scripture, Matthew 19 verse 26, the Bible says, "But Jesus looked at them and said to them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Pastor Hannah is here to motivate you, challenge you, encourage you to walk in your purpose and destiny God has for you. For prayer and counseling, call Pastor Hannah at 728-5197.
Good about that looking like a real bad.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from King's Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959 to 814723 or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat, I look like it does well.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ill, and you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Tune
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the Street 919 FM.
The journey's almost home.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Well, a pleasant good morning to each and everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Titans of Democracy right here on the Street 919 FM. Let me thank the Heavenly Father for bringing me here safe, sound, and all together in one piece. Pleasant good morning going out to my entire family. Good morning to the lovely Miss Sharon Felice, Mr. Dominic Romeo, and the entire families. Good morning to you, all our callers, all our listeners, all of our viewers online. For those of you that are always locked on with us, it's always a pleasure to have you guys right here on the inside with us. Let me also say good morning going out to my friends and family in Tobago. Good morning to you. Good morning, Auntie Pat. Hope you're doing good. You say good morning going out to that special person, Miss Melissa. Good morning to you this morning. pleasant good morning going out to the management and staff of the Street 919 FM. Good morning to Mr. Iwer George and his entire family. So, as we get ready with the morning things, as I put it, you can call me on 342-0081 and 466-5391 to give your morning greetings. Yes, today is Monday, the 25th of July, 2022. It's a beautiful morning on the outside. So, caller, good morning.
Blessed morning to you, Bruce.
Good morning, my brother. How are you this morning?
Hello?
Yes, you hear me?
Hello?
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Blessed morning to you, Bruce, Sharon, Dominic, and by extension, the Titans of Democracy, woman abroad. Morning, Mr. Chance, Sister Jenny, Rowley Jr., Brian, Brother Stilden, Mummy Sauce, Shak Lady, Miss Faizabad, Oi Mano, Dr. Nazujan, my brother, you have a safe and blessed day.
You too, man.
Like something wrong with the UNC. Don't forget we only had money for 3 days to run the country. They're talking about teeth and good teeth. Dr. Nazujan, my brother.
Yeah, man, bless.
Got the chance, go and take a tablet. That Judah you swallow. It ain't doing no good for you. Love up Trinidad and Tobago. I'm gone.
Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Morning, man. How are you doing?
Well, I live in thank God for greetings in the morning light. Blessed Trinidad and Tobago. I hope that everyone have a nice day today. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Morning, my Miss Ross. Good morning to 1285 Passage Street, dear friend and Miss Jean. Good morning. Jackie and Jackie, good morning to you. Miss Faizabad, Tumanoga, good morning. Mrs. Tunapuna, good morning. Jenny and Jackie, Jenny and Carol, good morning. Somebody's Sour Man, how are you going? Peace out. What's going on? Bataria, Brother Sterling, somebody missing out there. Anyway, over. Good morning again to everybody. Bruce, Dominic, have a nice day.
Yeah, man.
Bonne guys on Mongo. Everybody love like butter stick on a hot piece of iron.
Three 342-0081-466-5391. Those are my numbers. Give me that call and give your morning greetings. Let me also say pleasant good morning to each and everyone on our live stream, the Street 99 FM's Facebook page, also on YouTube at Iwer TV live broadcast on the Street 919 FM. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Morning, morning.
Defender of Trinidad and Tobago. And let me give morning to the ladies first. Morning to Mr. Napuna, grandmother in Tobago, Sharon, our mother, morning. Miss Passy Street, good morning. Who again? All the ladies, don't forget your bat lady. Good morning, ma'am. And Manu, I have to say thank God, Manu, we are here. Another day. Thank God to hear you again, Manu. Oh, God give you not more health and strength so I could hear you again for another. Right, Manu? So we say thanks for God giving me another right. Sour man, Mr. Chance, Mova man, and everybody, good morning. Bruce Wayne, thank you very much, my brother.
Yeah, man, bless. Caller, good morning.
Hello, morning, Bruce Wayne.
Hi, good morning, my dear. How are you this morning?
Today, okay, I want to shout out to the Titan and my brothers and sisters, Manu, Sharon, Momso, Shak Lady, the Prime Minister and his wife, Tobago, everybody over there. Morning to everybody, Trinidad and Tobago, and have a blessed day today. I want to tell Sharon to send her number in my phone for me, please, on WhatsApp. Yeah? Okay then. She must be hearing me. Okay then, eh?
Yes, my dear.
So have a nice day. Everybody, bless up. Okay then. Thank you.
Caller, good morning. Hello, morning. Hello. Hello.
Uncle Bruce?
Nice, I know hearing you. You hearing me?
I hear you, Uncle Bruce, man.
Go ahead.
How you doing? I love hearing you.
I good.
How was the weekend?
It was good.
Right. All right. Well, let me talk here. Right. All of Trinidad and Tobago, morning. Love you all the nice ladies of Trinidad and Tobago that shout me out, Mr. Monson Jones. Thank you all for that. Keep shouting me and I'll shout you all back all the time. Love you all. Stay sweet, ladies. Professor Chance, good morning. Continue to pile up your information and bring it for us. Principal Dominic, Teacher Sharon, and Bruce, continue to pile it up. Prime Minister, continue to hit them for 6. Don't worry about them. As long as they come, hit them for 6. You do what you have to do. You're doing it for Trinidad and Tobago and not for the party. Continue to do what you have to do. Young men, I'm calling on you all. I have a young son. I have a young grandson. He was 27 years on Saturday. You all keep his faith. Stand up for your rights. Do what is right and do the right thing. Keep away from the guns. If you have any, throw them away. Stay out of the firing line. I want to see my young men of Trinidad and Tobago grow to maturity. I am 17 years and I want you all to live more than 17 years and further than me. Love to all of you all. Uncle Busi, I'll call back when Auntie Sharo come and you all start the topic.
Yeah, man. No problem. Caller, good morning.
Blessed love to you, Mr. Bruce Wayne.
Morning.
Love to you and your family this morning. Praise the Lord for being the land of the living again once more. See a good, bright, and sunny day this morning. Praise the Lord. Blessed love to Mr. Iwer George and his family also. He's the main man in the business. 91.9, having us here to lend our views. Blessed love to Mr. Sharon Phillips and family. Strength. Blessed love to Mr. Dominic also and his family. Blessed love to Mano, Professor, Mr. Chance, Mr. Lapuna, former Anoga. Blessed love to Angie, Mommy Sauce, Mr. Thomas. Blessed love to Point 14. Yes. Blessed love to each and every one of the titans that I won't call and abroad, Trinidad and Tobago. Blessed love, Tobago. Yeah, just the Prime Minister and his family and colleagues. Blessed love to you all. Hold on, as I always hold on to that balance wheel, Mr. Prime Minister. You don't let go at all. Yeah, and I am talking to all parents for their children and boy children, especially. Just speak to them and guide them and protect them. Ask God to guide and protect them. And don't look back because Satan is on the loose. All kind of sickness that Satan is sending out there for you all. For us, especially, let us keep forward in Jesus' name. Thank you, Mr. Bruce Wayne. Love you always. Right?
Idea.
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning, boss man. What's going on?
I good as could be. I'm alive. Through the grace of God, I'm alive and kicking.
Nice, man.
Yeah, so I just want to send out my morning greetings to the management and staff of the station. all the listeners and callers of the Titan, home and abroad. And, I have to say special morning to Mr. Grandi, Mr. Marabella, Mr. Barataria, my 2 o'clock crew. And I want to add to that list a co-worker of mine, Roger John, and his wife, Barbara John. And, you all have a blessed day. And I'm locked on and listening. And I will say today, people always remember, as the scripture says, the wheat and the tares must grow together until the day of the harvest. So when the harvest comes, don't worry them. He will only reap the true. So, but we have to grow together. We have to grow together. We have to live together. So don't worry them. Have a blessed day, Bruce, and everyone.
You too, my brother.
I'm holding on, you know what I mean, until you're back and I start. Take care.
Yeah, man, bless. Three 4200814665391. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Brucey.
Morning.
Good morning to the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. Morning, Miss Basti Street. Special good morning. Morning, Miss Tanapuna. Special good morning. Special good morning to my family and all that I have to say. Oh, special good morning to my Prime Minister and his family also. Special good morning to my niece in Tobago, Miss Harry McKay. A special good morning to her. A special good morning to Mr. Mountain George. Special good morning also to Miss, forget me the name. The other lady who does always come and talk for Dr. Early. Okay, her name. Yes. Special good morning to you, Brucey. All God's blessing on you and keep the faith. God is in control, not man. Okay? Have a blessed one.
You too, my dear. Take care. Caller, good morning.
Yes, I'm here again, Mr. Bruce. Sorry for that. Gemma Morning, you and Shak Lady and all the members of the Titan. Love you. No, I ain't forget you, but you know how it is, right? Love you all. Still.
So in just a little bit, we're going to get into our online papers for today, Monday, the 25th of July, 2022. And let me just say happy birthday going out to my mom. Yes, happy birthday, mommy. Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce.
Morning.
Tell me, wake up Tina, boy. It's hard to wake up Tina.
So time to get into our online papers for today. Yes. Yes, so as we get into our online papers for today, Monday the 25th of July 2022, headlines in the Express: Give me justice. Daughter 17 killed in accident. Heartbroken mom pleads with Jacob. Grieving dad to drivers, stop speeding. Tobago's treasures at Heritage Festival. Young, I did the right thing. So let's get inside and see what's taking place. Where's this? Nice. See what's going on. Customer asks for biscuits, then opened fire. The owner of a bar and mini mart in Moruga was shot in the chest on Saturday night by a man who walked in and asked for 2 beers and a pack of Big 4 biscuits. Polio warning from Minister. Minister of Health Terence Dialsing called on parents not to neglect the vaccination of their children amid growing vaccine hesitancy following the discovery. Hold on, guys, let me get in. Right. Following the discovery of a new polio case in New York last week. Annan hits back at Faris on recusals. Faris Alwari should stick to his newfound profession of cleaning drains and leave the law to real lawyers. I would not dignify his nonsensical statements. Hold on. With a comment, because it simply demonstrates his ignorance of the law. So said former Attorney General Alan Ramlogan SC when asked for a response to Alwari suggesting some of his legal representations were in conflict with his previous role advocacy as Attorney General. Rowley gaslighting TNT over health sector report. Former Education Minister Tim Gopi Singh has accused the Prime Minister of gaslighting the nation over the Winston Welch report into the public health sector. Big flood losses in Central. Kuva Tabaki Talpar Regional Corporation Chairman Henry Awong says regional corporations are not equipped to deal with major flooding and are restricted in their are restricted in their response to the long-term devastation. Point 14 spelling bee. Withdraw. Lawyers respond to Kamla. The Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago, LATT, is calling on opposition leader Kamla Persad-Bissessar to withdraw her recent statements in which she labeled some attorneys who voted against last Friday's no confidence motion against Attorney General Reginald Amo, SC, as Eater Food lawyers. The association issued a media release on Friday calling for the withdrawal, saying Persad-Bissessar was out of line in criticizing the attorneys for expressing their views on the issue. We ain't gonna get no withdrawal. Appeal court orders third trial of man convicted of murder. Probe into July 2nd triple police killings ongoing. With rising prices, grow some of what you eat. Missing pensioner returns home. Diving tragedy inquiry website launched. Durosaran review laws on self-defense trespassing. So these are the stories making way in the Express. Over to the Newsday. Parry, Standard & Poor's rating of Trinidad and Tobago a step above junk. Demolition of old San Fernando Magistrate Court begins. Claxton Bay residents still waiting for relief. Pembroke's Charles wins Miss Tobago Heritage Personality. Probe into brawl among fire officers at Plymouth Juve. Gasparilla residents want help with landslip. Tribe wows with Carnival 2023 launch. Antigua and Barbuda seeks US $60 million from TNT over Clico losses. UNC MP support opposition leader against LATT. 3 die of COVID-19, 153 more infected. Charles warns permanent secretaries to demand mandate for crime initiative. Hikers rescued in Digo Martin. Gatsby Dolly, 2,000 pupils attend vacation remedial program. Minimart owner killed in Maruga. Commissioner of Police. Police hope to meet DPP this week on PC Gleek's probe. Arpita Avenue could be a year-round carnival epicenter. Children's Authority assures distressed teen is now safe. Sajiko General recognizes resilient agents. Labor movement rejects offer to return to NTAC and tribe to meet with Woodbrook residents to work together. Shell partners with Arrow Foundation for Literacy. Coup Memorial gets spruced up ahead of 32nd anniversary. And these are the stories making way in the Newsday at this time. So we head over to the Guardian. Headlines in the Guardian: bloodshed continues. 3 more murders take toll to 311 for the year. Bar owner shot dead by patron. The escalating murder spree continued on Saturday night into yesterday as 3 more people lost their lives by the gun. These killings took the toll for the year to 311. In one incident, a man walked into a Maruga bar pretending to be a customer, ordered 2 beers, and then shot proprietor Daryl Budu to death on Saturday night. Antigua PM threatens to sue TNT over US $60 million Clico debt. Man killed in accident during bathroom stop after excursion. Family rescued after losing weight during hike. Thieves hit 2 churches in a week. Alert cops catch TSTT cable thieves. Flow continues support of students in electrical and computer engineering. Laborer killed on way home from work. PDP launches its Black Card series with the Duke book card. Caribbean police join forces against gender-based violence. Japan's Sukureja volcano. I've never pronounced that volcano correct. Erupts triggering evacuation. Man opens fire on Philippine campus, killing 3 people. Regiment officers commended for nabbing robbery suspects. Caribbean Code plus to equip youth with advanced tech skills. These are the stories making way in The Guardian, The Express, and the Newsday at this time. So remember, as we always tell you, go there, get the papers of your choice, read up on the story, see what's going on. So guys, give me a sec and I'll be right back. We do apologize. The countdown has begun, so when I come back at the top of the hour, we're going to get into some of the stories of the day. So you can call this morning, and we can have our discussions, I should say. So get yourself ready. I'll be right back. You're locked on to the Street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy. Yes, I'm riding solo today. So keep it locked. I'll be right back.
All the things, it's like them and want to see my people win. I say jealousy and grudges a sin. Talk the things them boys say. They say talk the things, some of them just want easy living. Some success, them watching the things. I want to show them out, they can talk to me. God and the angels watch over me. Every morning I kneel down and pray for my family. And I say, you want to show them out, no bad company. Could take away one chance to me. What do you want to see?
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for the program The Final Hour with Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr. and his wife, Nikki Garcia, for the Bible study every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Mark chapter 16, verse 15 says, "Go into all the world and preach this gospel for every creature, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation."
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the old-time gospel hour all-night prayer. This and every Friday evening on the Street 919 FM from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Designed with you in mind, this program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, "He hath showed thee, O man, what is good and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with thy God." Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795-222. For further information, call 753-1113 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Episodes, the Kuna Cruise, aboard the Sea Champion, King's Wharf, San Fernando, Saturday, July 30th, boarding 11 p.m., sailing 12 midnight. General tickets $250, early bird $200, and ladies, limited edition of 2 ladies on 1 ticket for $350. Bringing the vibe and energy to you, and Waddy Juggler, Richard Trumpet, and Brothers in Sound. Live performance by Optimistic. Party bus from Watersfield, pass at 9:30 p.m. For more info, WhatsApp 768-8182, 706-7130, or 317-3541. Fully endorsed by Evolution Creations and Stamina Promotions.
Hot Off the Press presents Aisha Wells' Birthday Bash. Come celebrate with Aisha on board the Embassy on August 13th. Boarding at the Hyatt Waterfront from 6:30 p.m. sharp. Featuring an all-star DJ cast. We're gonna have a good time celebrating with Aisha.
You're on board? We're talking about my birthday bash.
For tickets and more information, call Robert at 333-2181. Olu at 730-3665.
It's my birthday. That's what we're talking about. Happy birthday to you.
Are you ready?
John chapter 8, verse 32 says, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." Tuning to the Street 91.9 FM every Tuesday from 6:30 to 7 p.m. for the program Walking in Truth with me, Pastor Gary Grant from Walking in the Spirit Ministries. Come, let's discuss how Christ Jesus can set you free. God bless you.
If your hands are anointed, and if your feet are anointed,
Join Pastor Kelvin Heinerine and friends for The Way, The Truth, The Life Radio Ministry, a Church of God ministry, live on the Street 919 FM from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This and every Sunday on the Street 919 FM. Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father except through me." John chapter 14, verse 6. For further information, contact 686-3845, 349-5178, or 342-7303.
Tune into the Street 91.9 FM
every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showinau Thomas.
The scripture says, "And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in."
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas on the Street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
What is Apex? It is the pinnacle of high-performance vision through a lens. It's clarity, no matter what angle you look at. It's comfort, no matter what you do all day, every day. And it's customized with every digital measurement your eyes require to see at their very best. Apex Digital Lenses by Value Optical, the ultimate lens design for your eyes. Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
Every Friday, it's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays with MC Duke and Selector Kochi from 6 straight to 9 p.m. blazing all the latest and past soca hits. So remember, make it a line, make it a day, rock and come in, you know. It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays on the Street 919 FM. You don't know.
Good about I'm looking like it real bad.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from King's Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959 to 814723 or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat, I look like it's as well.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
So welcome back. If you're just joining me here, locked on to the Street 919 FM, this is your Titans of Democracy. Yes, and I'm moving solo today. So as for one of the headlines I read this morning, withdraw, lawyers respond to Kamla. The Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago, LATT, is calling on the opposition leader Kamla Persad-Bissessar to withdraw her recent statements in which she labeled some attorneys who voted against last Friday's no-confidence motion against Attorney General Reginald Amor, SC, as Eater Food lawyers. Guys, what are your thoughts on that? Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
This is Button Trace.
How you doing, partner?
Right. How's Sharon going?
She cool and she alright, man.
Alright. Yeah, boy. I called to say that we are getting water for it. Yes, getting water for we in Button Trace here.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Yeah.
I will pass on the message to her.
Yeah, and we are picking up the station clear this morning at all, boy.
I know going on there.
It's a kind of distorting kind of song. And it's playing low.
Playing low. Alright, no problem. Yeah. I will let them check into it one time.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, man, take care. Yeah, had to take that call. So, the association issued a media release on Friday calling for the withdrawal, saying Persad-Bissessar was out of line in criticizing the attorneys for expressing their views on the issue. As with all organizations, which adhere to principles of democracy and open debate, it is essential that the membership should feel themselves free to express their views without repercussion. The attempt at the public shaming of our respected members by the leader of the opposition could only have a regrettably chilling effect, especially on young members, of discouraging freedom of expression in future debates, the release stated. Last Friday, the LATT held a special general meeting in which 551 of its almost 3,000 members participated, eventually defeating the motions. There were two motions, one of no confidence in the AG and another calling on him to resign his position. They both failed. At a United National Congress UNC virtual meeting on Monday night, Prasad Bisesa lashed out at those who voted against the motions, especially the senior attorneys, labeling them eater food lawyers who were singing for their supper. Said Prasad Bisesa, because all those who gravelled to Armour and to the PNM in that meeting know they have made fools of themselves. Like Armour, they know they no longer have any credibility in the eyes of the younger or larger group of lawyers of the public. She also called on the LATT to make the transcript of the meeting public. When the transcript of that meeting becomes public, all of TNT will know the truth of what happened and how supposedly senior counsel embarrassed themselves in their desperation to eat a food. All of Trinidad and Tobago will be laughing at these men, she had stated. But in its release, the LATT said the attack on the lawyers were unwarranted. It also pointed out that such meetings were always private and therefore kept between its membership. We remind the Honorable Leader of the Opposition, who is a member of the Inner Bar, that the LATT is established by statute and is charged with certain functions. Its meetings are private meetings and the professionals who make up their membership. At the SGM, which the Honorable Leader of the Opposition said that she attended, members were reminded that the meeting was a private one. The members of the LATT have always been private, as is the case with other similar associations. This is neither new nor unusual. Members were entitled to rely on and did rely on this long-standing protocol in presenting the motion, speaking on it, and participating in the general debate. Members had inquired prior to and at the meeting whether voting was going to be anonymous and by secret ballot, as was the case, the release stated. It is for this reason, the LATT said it was surprised and disappointed that Prasad Bisesa not only made public how some of its members had indicated how they were going to vote, but also signaled out certain attorneys for an unseemingly public attack, attributing the most dishonorable of motives to them for the position they took. While the LATT said it was taking no issue with principled criticism regarding the position taken by the majority of those who cast their ballots at the meeting, what it found to be beyond the pale is the personal vilification of individual members by the holder of a high constitutional office. It said the LATT will continue to carry out its duties under the Act, which includes, among other things, the protection and representation of the interests of its members. The LATT is not a political party, nor are our statutory objectives political ones. As such, we call upon the Leader of the Opposition to do what is appropriate and withdraw her statements, the release stated. I wonder if that is going to happen. Guys, the lines are open. You can call me up at 342-0081 and 466-53.
Hello, morning.
Caller, good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, Bruce, morning. Sharon, morning. Dominic, good morning. Morning to everybody.
Yeah, man.
All protocols observed, the Titans of Democracy, everybody. Bruce, the lady, she participated in the process. She's the opposition leader, right? She's the one who started up all the nonsense and things in Parliament, walking out. On every time the gentleman get up to contribute, to make his contribution, she and her team, she take a team and march out of the Parliament. Kamala Prasad has politicized this whole thing, and it keeps strengthening my point of the LATT. The LATT needs to look at the Constitution and do something about the lawyers who are heavily political divided inside it, and prevent them from interfering with the executive. Because what they are doing is using the loophole in the fence. There's a loophole in the fence, and these lawyers and them just cross the bar and come back. Right? Because you know the judiciary and the executive, there's a fence that separates them, that the executive must not have any influence into the judiciary. But what the UNC is doing, the UNC is using these little loopholes, because they would always say, I do no wrong, and I have my choice to choose any political party that I want as a lawyer and as a member of the LATT. And it's absolutely correct. But here it is, we are seeing where these people are interfering, especially Ms. Kamala Prasad, the one who gave herself in front of a lot of other lawyers who were supposed to be given those in front of her. She did nothing to achieve that. So the LATT is put their own selves in problems, because you lash out at the Prime Minister, because the Prime Minister says he has no confidence into them, and if they wanted to put that, he'd have participated in it. I agree too. I have the same position as the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Christopher Rowley. The LATT, and this is nothing new about the LATT. This has been happening in the LATT for the longest while. And the LATT, just as the MAT, they circle the wagon and protect themselves anytime they get in trouble. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning to all the callers and listeners on 91.9, Mr. Chancellor, Tunapuna, Zina, Manu, Mr. Bataria, Sawa, the whole clip from Tobago, and everybody I miss out. And there's a lady who always gives me a shout out. I don't know who it is. Thank you, sweetie, for always recognizing. Mrs. Kamala Prasad Bissessar seemed to forget that under her tenure there was a 18 lawyers, and it was even mentioned that one of them who out of law school just probably a couple of months got briefed over $1 million. I want to know what you will call those lawyers who, under her and her Attorney General then, Anna Ram-Logan, who were getting millions of dollars. You see there? And because we have people of integrity and have respect, we wouldn't call out the name and how much money they get like she does. She always has to take things to the gutter because she's on the pavement and the forum. So we wouldn't go there. But I want to ask again, are those lawyers under her tenure, were they eating food lawyers also, or were they eating caviar? Because I know at the end of the day, if a lawyer is qualified to do a job and they have the experience and all that, and they are hired by the state or privately, they have to be paid because they went and they studied for that. Ms. Kamala Prasad says it has reached a place because old people that say where there is smoke, there is fire. And we have been hearing from people who are close to her about her drinking, about being drunk. We have heard it. We haven't said that. We hear Panda say Jack says she fall long drunk on Gandhi statue. We heard Ms. Verna Sinrood say she has to get rid of the monkey on her back. And we have heard Congress talk that I smoke. And there must be some type of fire because of the fact of the people who saying it. I think now Ms. Kamala Prasad Bissessar more than ever needs an intervention. I think she needs AA, not the PM's office. So all those who are encouraging her, because when somebody is an alcoholic, you tend to, when they drink, they seem to be diminishing in the mental capacity. You can do them anything, they say anything, they behave any particular way. And if this lady is ascribing to the Prime Minister again, and she has a problem with substance, alcohol, as it said, then she has a weakness, and she will be vulnerable to anybody who can use that against her and get her to sign things, get her to say things, get her to behave a particular way. So I'm encouraging the UNC. They say it's a great party. I've never been a member of that great party. They say that it is. And the party of Mr. Basley Pandey. If they want that party to continue, because we need an opposition party in this country, it's very important because of our democratic system and our government system that we take from the English. So there needs opposition. If they want to continue as the opposition, instead of encouraging her in her foolishness, they need to encourage her, get her intervention in the inner circle of the UNC, sit with her, do an intervention, and get her into AA immediately, based on the things we have been hearing. And just quickly to Mr. Wademark. Mr. Wademark, please. Is that a threat you're sending to anybody who speaks about your leader? Listen to me now. What I give you recently to rub like you eat it. Because your behavior, nobody afraid you. And we're free to talk about anybody in this country. Let's talk about Dr. T. Christopher Rowley and say what they want to say. Nobody will threaten all with that. So we tell him about don't talk and it when we left on skate. Mr. Wademark, here what I'm telling you. Anytime we talk about coming up with services, you bring it on soon. Right? And we will meet together and we will manos. Because I hope we don't do it and with respect, of course. Again, I'll say AA is needed immediately. Thank you, Bruce Wayne, and you get back home safely.
Yes, my dear. Take care. Caller, good morning.
Morning again, my brother.
Morning.
Sister, you don't take on the man who buy the most expensive chair for your wife to sit down on when she was in the ministry. So we don't know he's singing for his supper. But nobody is asking the opposition leader. Nobody's asking her yet. All the talk, the media talking. Why did you fire? Because you're calling these lawyers EATA Food, CRP, URP, and CPEP lawyers. Why did you fire the former Attorney General? Anytime you could answer that question for me, then you could call anybody anything else. Until you can answer that question and tell us why I have a matter before the court as a citizen, because I'm a citizen and my taxpayers' dollars has to now pay after spending $1.4 billion and end up with a Section 34 where I had to march. You know that? I had to walk to stop 4 men from walking free after ripping off my country under previous administration billions of dollars. Because the men who did that with them went to court, make the jail already in Miami and come out. Right? And they come now with 40 people to come to tell me about my Attorney General. Why did you fire? You see, because we had to wake up here, Bruce. I have a man. Here what the next one in the article this morning in the papers to be is worse again disrespectful. I just move up 1 point above junk status. But Bruce Wayne, if I have an old car, right, Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
And me have no money, boy, Bruce Wayne. I have a little job, and the little income I have, I scraping along to fix my little junk, right? But I always say call my old car, right, Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
And I had to get my old car to pass inspection, right, Bruce Wayne? And I fixed up my old car, and I was able to get my old car to go and pass inspection, and I could go and make $1. My old car, I moved from a junk to something, even though it moved up 1 grade, Bruce Wayne. And Bruce Wayne?
For real, eh?
So best I go with the man who could fix the little old car and get it moving than it remain a junk, and
yeah.
Enjoy your morning.
Yeah, man. Caller, good morning.
Morning again, Brucey.
Morning.
Brucey, I will never stop saying, if I shall lose, blood will flow, and a man with a coffin dragging all over this country. I'll never stop saying that. Because the Bible says, life and death lies in the power of your tongue. And I'll never stop talking about those two persons that say that and call down this on this country. If I shall lose, blood will flow, and a man walking all over this country with a coffin. God is in charge, not man. But God knows what to do when the time reaches. Okay, Bruce.
Yes. Caller, good morning. I lost it. 3420081 4665391. Those are my numbers. Call me up. Caller, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Oh, nice to get in this morning. Sharon, morning. Dominic, everybody, good morning. Bruce,
Oui.
I am 83 years of age. I'll be 84 soon. You see the word apology that somebody or people waiting on, they may get it. But when a person make an apology, you have to be genuine and know that you're wrong. And not to say, well, you say, okay, I'm sorry for what I'm doing. And when I finish, tell you that, I tell you go to hell, or I don't business with that. Okay? That is one part of it. Now, I am going to tell myself, the organization is like a fathers and mothers to children. And the things are saying in this country, and nobody seems to correct anybody, because the children are listening and they are going to school and they are hearing what big people are saying. The point I am thinking about, when that journalist, Dr. Oli, recognized what the journalist, or whatever the journalist, he said, who is he, and he said something. Somebody came out and spoke about Dr. Rowley, about grudging and whatever it is. And if Dr. Rowley were to say these things that this lady said, you would hear all of them all these years. According to the old people, when your neighbor house on fire, with yours. And it has some other words again, you know, something, no one was there, and when your time came, you're looking for somebody. Did anyone let her know about the conduct of her behavior when she put Dr. Rowley out of Parliament without a cent to my family? Anybody say that that was wrong? Nobody corrected her or said it was wrong. When she had Vanilla with a placard like if she was playing a carnival band in Parliament, nobody in high office criticized or said anything. And when you hear the talk about calling the Prime Minister Oreo blank man, even the president, they went after, not a soul I ain't hear. If they said it, okay, I didn't hear it. So now it come home, the goose come home. Do you expect anything better? When you have a child and a child do something wrong, you correct them at the first stage, so that even though they got the second time, the third time, you know it's a penalty. But what was done for us to know that you corrected that person and said that is wrong, the highest office in the country, you denigrate the office and all like that. And these are people we look up to. They hold the law of the country and to execute it, and for teaching us and let us know everything, to prevent children from doing wrong things. And now you're looking for what? Apology, where somebody will say, okay, I apologize, and think they mean it. Morning, everybody. Okay.
Guys, hold a sec for me. I'll be right back. Yes, so I'm back. Right, nice. So we continue to take your calls, 342-0081 and 466-5391. Caller, good morning.
Hey.
Morning.
How are you doing?
Hi there, cool.
I hear your mommy birthday yesterday.
Yes.
Happy birthday, mommy. I want to go, ma'am. Lucy, hug up and give a smack on her forehead, please.
No problem.
Okay, darling. And long life, mommy. I wish my mommy was alive.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, long life. I want to live long. Okay, mommy saw this morning. Auntie, Olga, Oma, Taryn, Felix, and who again? Everybody, Mr. Malcolm, everybody, love you all. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you, Bootsy.
Love you too, my dear. Take care.
Okay.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning to Bruce Brain.
Morning.
Calling from Iwer this Pakistan. Morning to the Titans of Democracy and to Sharon and to Danny and to Jenny, my Rosa Parks. Right. Bruce, it is so sad to see that if Dr. Rowley had wrote that letter to Mistress Cecilia, the woman arms would have been jamming him, right?
Sure.
And even in media, right? But Israel Khan wrote it. And the only thing he didn't do in it was use obscene language. He hit her back belly and side. Bruce, he lashed her red hard. Bruce, nobody yesterday morning on the Sunday morning line, nothing was never mentioned about what Israel Khan. He said to her, he told her to stop using SC on her name. She don't deserve it. Bush was nobody. When I looking this morning at the news on TV, hear what Rodney Charles is saying. Since 2020, the government and the protective service are doing human trafficking, and they want answers, Bruce. On the TV this morning, on the news, he said they want answers. And Bruce, it is alleged that one of the ministers, he's a star boy in that human trafficking. Imagine that, Bruce. People trying to cover the tracks, but you see, I want the woman answer Israel Khan, how he embarrassed the leader. And as Jenny said, he want to threaten people. Don't even call her name. But then why he not attacking Israel Khan? Why? But you see, Bruce, it is so sad. The lady got a taste of power 2010, and Bruce, she will do everything in her power not to assist the government in nothing. Bruce, in nothing. And Bruce, this man, Mitchell, I think he's from Grenada, he ruled for years, and his party lost. And Bruce, he said, they will work with the government, Bruce, to make a greater Grenada. Imagine that. They would work, to make Grenada a better Grenada. Why that cannot happen here? Imagine that, Bruce. He said they would work to make a better, even though he ruled for umpteen years. But you see, Bruce, this lady here, as she said, it will be ungoverned. Blood will have to, Bruce, is every minute, blood on the streets, Bruce. And Bruce, that is what she wants. She loved that. She said blood have to run. And it is really coming to pass. But anyhow, great show. Reach home safe and a good morning.
Yeah, man. Bless. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Lucy.
Morning.
Yeah, I'm calling you house again.
Yeah, man.
I just following up on you read about concerning the law association and Miss Pamela. You know, I want to say something that Dominic said yesterday, and we should study. We should remember that. Here we say, you know, how come Marshall Walker and the likes of Arnold Robert and with that strong statement that Israel can write a dreams and call she certain things saying that how she unfit and she has to give back silk because she owns her silk. Right? And you see some strong words about she. How come Arnold Roberts and Marshall Walker and then they run out? They're free Israel can. If it's somebody else they run out already, they're running out at all. That's strange. You understand what I'm saying? And she is only backing out. She ain't coming out and like that to talk about it. Israel can. So that's really strange. All of a sudden they're running out all that time and we not make a strong statement. If anybody is our leader, we go to defense. But you don't say nothing about that. So if the game they're playing in this place, it's that people are afraid to come along to because Israel can't deal with she with that whole scene now because he exposed she and he matter. You understand? So I just feel more call and say that because it's really strange how are they running out and all of a sudden running out to make this big live and just like you said, such a leader and this Wade Mark and all of them. Marshall Walker, she always up in front. Yeah, they were the thing with family. Run out to defend. Oh, yeah, run out, they run out now. Anyhow, they take some days before they run out. There's only one time, so then they really run out. So when you see how they run out, they're running out because you should go back to that speech with Israel Khan. Very strong statement against it. You know, so I guess you know, maybe it's 34. Thank you for all of you. Thank you. Yes, man.
Yeah, man, take care. So you can call and give your contributions all morning long. Caller, good morning.
Morning again, Bruce. Think about this. How long do your man gets himself sick? And everybody is saying that what they did was wrong because, if you remember, oh gosh, the man who they tried to prosecute who in charge of the law fraternity.
Oh good now.
Not Iwer. Oh gosh, what is the name of the man who in charge? But anyhow, remember?
Yeah.
He didn't accept it, right? Right. Oh gosh, what is the man's name, man? Man, the hung now, man. He's not the Chief Justice. What he is, oh God, I forget the position, the man, old man. Anyhow, right? All of a sudden, when this lady decided to embarrass me, because he realized up to now he ain't saying the stand she take is although he says she's a political whatever. So he puts she on the political side. He takes she out of ever being a lawyer. Right?
Yeah.
And now he's asking the same question everybody was asking. Iwer is the man. That is the man. Iwer is the man, Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I'm Iwer.
Right. Because Iwer refused his silk. And now all of a sudden, when she decided to hit the Law Association a blow, the man who was her lawyer is now asking the question, and he now gets some morality to realize, because what he telling me now, what she do is wrong, you know. Not so?
Yeah.
By Israel Khan making that statement, what Israel Khan is telling us, what they did was wrong. So I now as a citizen is calling on the opposition leader and the former Attorney General who is still practicing law and having two civil matters that my taxpayers have to pay before the court, and the former the Attorney General who was just presently make a statement and he go tell the Attorney General that he ain't no lawyer, because no part of the world a man who was the former Attorney General will now turn around and take the state to court to grant murderers bail. That is a conflict of interest being that the former position that you held. Come on, we all living. And he's still practicing law. Why do you think this place is moving? They are recalcitrant. Their intention is... Bruce, you're not going before I say the wrong thing. If you read.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, brother Bruce. How are you?
Hey, Mr. Arch, how are you doing? I did cool, man. What going
okay,
on?
man, maybe I listen and watch people go by, man. Sharon, good morning. Everybody, good morning. Lucy?
Oui.
This country gone to the dogs. When I hear Mr. Weidman, I may want to call him Mr. Weidman, but I will call him so. Talking about whosoever talk about, actually, paraphrasing, who talk about the political leader, his political leader, which is coming up for Prasad Bisesar. They will deal. And I sit down and I heard Mr. Iwer Khan talk. Not a word. Not a word. I want to know where the balling man, the biggest balling man is shaped like a football. Oh God, when they ball something Charles. Let me Charles, I can't remember his name, make some time. And this fella is only talking to certain people. The biggest football man, he can't walk properly, he had looking to throw him down. And he started to talk all kind of things, but none of them cannot be afraid of Iwer Khan. Now, the other one, there is a politician, let me tell you, my grandfather told me 3 people must be careful of what they say and what they do. 3 types of people. There is a pastor, a businessman, and a politician. Because people usually sympathize with them, with people who support them and so on. And I have to be careful. And when I looking on the papers and I reading, I watching news, and I'm seeing a certain politician from Tobago in Trinidad organizing some card, black card or what, to give people in Trinidad books and so on. And none of that is taking place in Tobago, but yet you have a chief secretary saying that he want to go in no auditor general book or what. Still give that man over $60 million to spend. You want to give him $60 million to spend. He have an office at the department of the deputy chief secretary. Between them, we don't know what that means. Not representing Tobago, but in Trinidad every day. Imagine the chief secretary went to Grenada where he went. And he was in Trinidad as the deputy chief secretary running Tobago Assembly for 2 days. And nobody has seen, no media has seen long ago. Well, the past 7 months ago, as a week, the chief secretary this, Dennis this, Tracy this, that. And when you're hearing a chief secretary now say you don't care about contractors, I don't care about all you. Who tell a little thing that, and if I get me will, I'm going to pay all you, and all kind of foolishness. And tomorrow, I bet you know tomorrow, you'll be coming to beg the same people. They're doing like the father leave that in will for them, and Brucey. So are they doing like the father leave that in will for him? So when you talk, no damn dog back. But we have some sycophants in Tobago here, talking and saying, the man right. You move away a contractor from Tobago, a Tobago contractor, give a Trinidad contractor to build the space side jetty, the little Tobago jetty. You move away a next Tobago contractor from the jetty in Paraty there, you bring a Trinidad contractor. You pave the road in Buku without no tendering. Remember that? No, and we have remember that wasn't paving road in Tobago contractors, because I remember when the PNM take over in 2001, Mr. Anselm London said the Tobago House of Assembly means we must make to be Ghanaian entrepreneurs. But you know what I see now? A lot of things happening in Tobago. I want to know if they tender these things in 2 days. And we want to know who are the people, who are the other contractors. Tender for the jetty in Little Tobago. That's breaking up. They're saying that they do it for less, but they're not saying that the jetty already damaged. Morning Lucy and morning Tobago.
342-00814665391. Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce, morning again.
Yeah, man.
Bruce, how it is that Farley started off for the contractors that he will pay and then give them a time that he will pay. The time passed. Then he set another time, it passed. He going down the road, right? But he paying the contract. Lo and behold, Farley talking about something with the auditor general, those things and the books and something is fishy and it had to look into it and this and that and no apologies. And so Farley couldn't say that all the time that they're looking into auditing the books and these things and they will be getting the money after they finish that all day. But he wasn't saying that all the time. What I feel is happening is that Farley and them fellas and them on stupidness. Because Farley is the same man who tell me about zipline. Right?
Yeah.
And what came out of zipline? When they was calling the auditor, when the auditor general hear about that and zipline, then the auditor general had to run quick to see what going on. What it is we missed? Because we went through the books in the THA and we think it's sort of what the woman want to come there now. Watson Duke. If you come here and think and start to threaten the lady and all kind of nonsense. Something wrong with Farley and them, They're not about body. It's too much of tricks. Them tells them is trickster. And I want to also put on for the Law Association, and I hope members of the Law Association listening to me carefully. It is time now for you all to have a forum on Kamala Prasad Bissetta still. You all supposed to be asking her to give back the bill. For the simple reason that Mr. Khan give. She's not qualified for the bill. She was never qualified for this self. So you all have to look into that. And she has put the Law Association into disrepute. So these are strong points for you all now to call a quorum and a vote for Kamala Prasad Bissetta to return herself. Thank you very much.
Caller, good morning.
Bruce, it's me again. I just wanted to mention this. I saw the headline in newspapers, I don't know if it's over the weekend, and speaking about recusal of, Minister Stuart Young and Minister Faris Alwari. I'm trying to understand why they're making the word recusal seem to be something wrong. Recusals are very things of integrity. Because if there's a conflict of interest and you're part of that, you recuse yourself from it. It shows that you have integrity.
Yeah.
It shows that you have honesty. And would have made all the times that Mr. Member of Parliament, Faris Alwari, would have recused himself. It had to do with some building with his wife and all that. But when they laid it out, that is, if all other matters he would have recused himself from, it wasn't just that. But Kamala and they were making it out that he recused himself every time is some building, his family involved in and all that, and it's not true. But again, I'm asking, why are they making all the word recusal as if it is something wrong? Recusal is something of integrity. If there's a conflict of interest, you remove yourself from the situation so that you don't compromise yourself for the situation. And it is just as the way they were using the word recalcitrant minority and make it out as if recalcitrant meant something against Indian people. And for years, people have been saying Dr. Eric Williams was racial against people of Indian descent because he called them recalcitrant minority, and we bought into that. And when people went and look at the meaning of my recalcitrant, it just simply means obstinate and stubborn. And he was saying there was a minority group in the society who were obstinate and stubborn against democracy in this country. But they had made it out for years as if Dr. Eric Williams was speaking and saying is Indian. I thought that word at one time meant something to do with Indian people, And it's the same when now they come back and they're using the word recusal as this red herring to make it as if it's something wrong. that when the PNM members of parliament recuse themselves if something wrong they do it. So I'm saying people, it might be 2 hours, but let me tell you something. The UNC have a way of spinning things and dropping talk and everybody gets in the head is something. Recusal is a is something of integrity to do, and people who find themselves in a conflict situation, they should recuse themselves. So that is what they were talking about with A.G. Amor, Senior, SC, about recusal like if something wrong, he did the right thing. Just as recalcitrant, that just simply means obstinate and stubborn. So I am saying this morning, the recalcitrant minority in this society that continue to not to work against the interests of what is peaceful in this country, what is democratic, where it's togetherness and equality, we're not having that no more. We're going to stand up and say no to that, all right-thinking citizens. And recuse yourself anytime you're in a situation where there's a conflict of interest. That is very honorable of the person to do. Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce. Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Yes, I want to thank Mr. Jenny for that point. Very important point about recusals, because you see, Bruce, on good morning, Titans at home and abroad. At home and abroad. All the Titans, particularly the Tobago, to the Tobago listeners, that was a little part to play in my contribution this morning pertaining to the Tobago listeners. But Jenny was making the point that the headline really was Chief Cabinet Recusals. And there's a subliminal message. Bruce, are you hearing me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Right. There's a subliminal message in that, giving the impression, as Sister Jenny said, that there's something wrong. And they put young, 98, Paris 58. What's the message they send to our grandchildren and children? That recusal is the wrong thing to do? To be a recuser? Bruce, if there's a raffle in 91.9, and in order to get transparency, what Iwer George is going to say, all the people who management in 91.9 who don't take part.
Yeah.
Because if Iwer win, or if you win, people will say, but well, not so, Bruce.
True.
And that is what is transparency. And that, in effect, is what recusal is. You want to recuse yourself so that there will be transparency.
Yep.
That people will believe this thing is fair and just. And that is what recusal refers to. That you remove yourself as a conflict of interest. But the concern for me is, as a citizen, if when you sit in cabinet, and that's a problem I have with the media. The media is presenting things to us to derail us, to mislead us, and particularly our children, who will look at being recused, to recuse yourself as something negative. But really it is something honorable. It is the right thing to do. Yes. It's an act of integrity. It is an act of honesty, as Sister Jenny said. But really and truly, Bruce, the persons you have to keep our eyes on are those who sit in the cabinet meeting, to take part in the discussion, vote on it, and there's a conflict of interest. Those are the crooks, those are the bandits, those are the rustlers, those are the thieves. Those are the people you must pay attention to. I remember Friday, I left you all with this message when I said, a former president of the United States, Harold Truman, said, show me a man who gets rich in politics and I'll show you a crook. You remember that, Bruce?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget that. But let me come quickly on to the Tobago issue. Tobago, Mr. Archer, yes, Mr. Monk St. George, Ms. Lyons, yes, Ms. Cosby, all the people from Tobago. I know you're aware of this, but I thought I wanted to put this on the public record so people understand. When the opposition leader called Mr. Russell Martino and many others, and another senior counsel from Tobago, Ita Food, and a URP and a CPEP, I thought it is important to put on the public record the quality of man Russell Martino is. And I want to share this one very quickly, Bruce. Russell Martino, right? He's from Canaan in Tobago. He went to Bishop's High School. Yes? He's a respected advocate in Trinidad and Tobago who consistently receives the highest accolades. You hear that? That is a review from his peers. People know of him. Right? He attended the University of Dundee in Scotland, where he got his first degree in law. He went on to the University of London
in England, where he got his master's in law and political science. Right? And here is Bruce. He was a lecturer at the Iwer Law School, a lecturer at the University of the West Indies. He worked in private practice. He was a former member of the Law Commission of Trinidad and Tobago. And here is Bruce. And here is Tobago. The young people in Tobago who Kamla Prasad Vicessa refers to Mr. Russell Martino Senior Counsel as a eater food. He became AG at age 36, which at the time was the youngest AG in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. I understand Adam Ramlogan became AG at a similar age, at 36. And he served as Attorney General from 1981 to 86. And that is the measure of the man you're talking about. And while he was Attorney General, I want all workers and the ordinary man to hear this. While he was Attorney General, he piloted a bill in the Parliament, which resulted in severance benefits for retrenched workers. You notice today, the workers at PSTT have been retrenched, and when they are retrenched, they get severance pay. That is the man who piloted that bill in the Parliament, the Honorable Russell Martino, Senior Counsel. And here is Bruce. He's a member and Tobago. He's a member of the legal bar here of how many countries? Means he can represent people in these countries, in England, in Barbados, in Antigua, in St. Lucia, in Grenada, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and in Trinidad and Tobago. You hear the measure of the man, Bruce? I'm not finished, give me 1 more minute, Bruce. And as we go on, he was a former member, a former president of the Law Association, a former chairman of the Tobago Plantation, chairman of the board of L.J. Williams, director of Home Construction, director of Guardian General Limited, director of Republic Bank Holding. You hear the kind of man we're talking about?
Yeah.
And this is talking about eater food and CPEP and ERP worker. He was a man, he published several matters pertaining to law in the public, and he's a respected scholar in law. That is Russell Martino SC. I hope all the people of Tobago have heard this, and I hope that one day the Chief Secretary will stand up for people of honor and quality like Martin, like Russell Martino. And the listeners, I want you to remember this. Sometime this year and on 2025, you'll have to go to the polls. You'll have to make a decision, you know. And that decision is yours. Whether when you go to the polls, you will put people who are covert bandits and rustlers and hustlers and political bottom feeders and crooks. You will put them to run this country and to guide your children, or whether you will put men of honor and integrity. The choice is yours. You may have that choice this year and in 2025. You, Trinidad and Tobago, is in your hands. Whether you will put crooks and bandits, alleged crooks and bandits, and rustlers and hustlers and thieves and political bottom feeders instead of men of integrity, men and women of integrity, like Russell Martino, Senior Counsel. Thank you very much, Bruce.
Thank you, Mr. Chance. And with that, we go to the break, so keep it locked. We'll be right back.
Lining with the boys. This woman shout out, I make out your voice. From there we start moving, one thing lead to the next. 9 months later, it's back and all and go back. Look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. Now she belly high, right up to she throat. Where I go tell me why. This thing you know joke. Look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. Pampers and hobbies, being by them for years. Don't talk about the nursery, that go put my pocket in jail. Look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. Is this the black man? A message left on the phone. We want direction. We hope that you're home alone. Hello low sugar daddy, the water bag bus, scanted twin babies, we christening them in August. But look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. She in front me house, hanging down me door, holy baby view. Doctor said for you. But look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. Sex before marriage, I never indulge in that. If she tempt me, guys our belt and lash. But look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. I still can't believe them babies is mine. I have to get DNA to clear up my mind. The last time I checked, Facebook count was low. All of a sudden, how we climb up just so. Look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. Say she missed the old, and 2 years he ain't touchy. How I touch the sweet spot, and swell up she whole belly. But look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. If you see the twins that be, is you in print? They hire your own structure, resembling your grandmother. But look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. But look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. But look where one lash could do. 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 Look where one lash could do.
Conscious Talk, where we are at and where we are going. After a storm, there is a calm. Where there is darkness, light follows. Where there is evil, good overcometh. It's Conscious Talk with Steve Antoine. Every Thursday from 10:25 a.m. to 10:55 a.m. It's Conscious Talk. Conscious Talk. Talk.
Your child is beginning to discover the world. It's time to let them explore. Clim 1 Plus contains calcium, iron, and vitamins that support their defenses, helping to promote a healthy immune system and normal growth. After all, your little explorer has the whole world to discover. Clim, your love, their future. Clim 1 Plus is not a breast milk substitute. It is specially suited from 1 year onward.
In Trinidad and Tobago, there are so many things to talk about. Social issues, injustice, child abuse, domestic violence, political scandals, and much more. On HOTP, we will cover all that and much more. Don't forget, you can catch us every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday nights from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Facebook and Instagram. Hot off the press. Hot topics, no filter. Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John every Monday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every Wednesday evening from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. live on the Street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, goji, and nuni. These fruits
fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health, performance, and disease. Listen to Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday at 9:05 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the Street 919 FM as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079, 516-286-7079, or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com. Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Friday afternoon from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. for your dose of the health and wellness in a program that is sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Friday from 5:05 p.m. Tune in and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the Street 919 FM this and every Friday from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. It's time that you live.
Good about I'm looking like a real bad.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from King's Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959 to 814723 or email us at coralvisiontt@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat I look like it's not wet.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Check out the Children's Hour Worship Ministry of the Word and the Family Forum every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You every Friday evening from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the Street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He had showeth thee, O main, and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. In the name of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly. For further information, call 753-1133 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
So welcome back on the inside. Just a bit of quick information for you. Hot Off the Press presents our first boat ride. Come celebrate Aisha's birthday with us on Saturday, August 13th on board the Embassy Yacht. Boarding at 6:30 p.m. sharp at the Hyatt Waterfront, sailing till 11 p.m. All-Star DJ cast, shots on entry. Get your tickets early. First 100 tickets will be sold at $150. So for ticket info, you can call Robert at 333-2181 or Ulu at 730-3665. Champions, let's party in fine style aboard the Sea Champion. Yacht lovers, let's get ready to party on the luxurious Embassy Yacht. For more information, call us on 399-5959 or 280-7512, or you can email coralvisiontt@gmail.com. For all your hardware, building materials, auto parts, small tool rentals, pets and pet supplies, gravel and sand now available. Don't forget PowerMaster, Optima, Vata and Megastar batteries starting from $488. It's all at Johnny Q, number 15 Repeat Avenue, Woodbrook, and our new Johnny Q Superstore in Lowlands Mall, Tobago off Claude Noel Highway. Just call 63 Tools. Join Pastor Kelvin, Harry Narayan and friends for the Way, the Truth, the Life radio program, Radio Ministry, a Church of Live Ministry, live on the street, 909 FM, every Sunday from 6:05 p.m. to 7 p.m. For further information, you can contact 686-3845 or 349-5178 or 342-7303. Tune in to the street 909 FM every Thursday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the program Straight and Narrow, The Way of Life, the health store, being brought to you by Mrs. Arlene Collins Muhammad. For more information, check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Straight and Narrow, or visit our website at www.opulence.com/Arlene for Life. You can also call or WhatsApp us at 309-4697 or 620-9379. So we continue to take your calls. You can call me at 342-0081 and 466-5391. Why that looking so transparent all of a sudden? Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yesterday, Dominic, Dr. Oli, if he has any room in his hotel for Kamala, Wainma, Rodney Charles, and Muzilal. I don't know if you know if you have any room to put them in it. Oh, you have a blessed day.
You too, take care. So I'm seeing, let me take this call. Caller, good morning.
Hi, Bruce. Morning to you. Morning to Sharon, Dominic, Angie, the sour man. Mr. Chance, thank you very much this morning. And Jenny, bringing back the old information and education for us out here, Bruce. Yes. Because, the downside of sometimes democracy, Bruce, a set of fools could elect a fool. That's the problem, That's the downside of democracy. Now, Mr. Chance, you read out not only the qualifications of Mr. Russell Martino, but the experience and so much other accolades and attributes to the man. And then you have a woman, Bruce, what I know, don't know anything about law and nothing at all. Just become Prime Minister because, hey, I dress you up nice, like Jack Warner and they did, make her look good against Mr. Pandey, and now we are plagued and I'm saying play, with a woman who the media gives so much attention to spew nonsense in my ears every day. It's hurtful because we're trying to run a country here. Bruce, with his highest level of, leadership and everything to guide us properly. And I'm so thankful for Jenny bringing out the whole question of recalcitrant. Because it comes like today, we have a recalcitrant group of people who don't understand what we need here to shape continuity for our population, And the subliminal message I taught used to come from Kamala Prasad. What comes from Kamala Prasad is that bold disrespect to African people, Bruce, eat a food is an African statement. Let anybody don't pay that now. Eat a food. You're going to tell me a man so qualified, and listen, I'm surprised that Mr. Russell Martino and they got so little money. So little money from the government for cases in court. And I remember Pastor Gogo making me point too about the messenger. The messenger. Bruce, I tell people, there was a guy that's involved in collections, collections, recovery, where you call people who own companies. And he was owing companies too. And his conviction told him, hey, you know what? I cannot do this job. His mind tell him, hey, I owe people. I can't call a man to owing people. Kamala Prasad knows fully well that under her watch is one of the worst times we had, wasteful spending under an attorney general who ended up being charged. And Kamala Prasad, who have no shame, standing to tell me out here about eater food when people were entitled to the money. Look, I don't know, I want to tell people, if the community out there under the UNC and under the base of the UNC, that is the best you will have to offer a population as an alternative, or you get out of my face. Please. Or let's put in this Kamala Prasad, because I keep telling people, when you canvass under a particular political party, you win an election, you become my prime minister. I remember Kamala Prasad never lived in the official residence, And people know when somebody living in the private residence is give a leeway to steal money, People know that, So I want to tell people, I really think the UNC should do some introspection. And when I listen to Israel Khan, when I listen to Israel Khan, listen, man, them fellas good, Israel Khan talking about about the law association, so you understand your bunch. But Israel Khan was in fact telling me that Kamala Prasad is good for prime minister, Israel Khan, and that's what I'm telling you. The culture of these people, and I don't care if they think that I'm saying it, I'm having disturbed. These people in the UNC is a problem for our country. Bruce, have a good day, and thank you very much. Mr. Chance and Jenny, really, I enjoyed that contribution this morning. Take care.
Yeah, man. 342-00814665391. Caller, good morning.
Morning again, Bruce.
Yeah, man.
Good morning again, Mr. Junior. Thank you. You think Wade Mark could say anything about Israel Khan? You remember that a happy wife is a happy life. If you say anything about Israel Khan, there could be family by chance, and you're making your wife unhappy. Do you know what will happen to you? Mr. Wade Mark, I think you should just jump on a horse and head east or west, and don't ever use the bridle to turn, no, just continue riding. They're going to see wherever. Because you're ashamed, you're not ashamed of yourself. All the time you make us Israel Khan say, so whoever interprets coming up with Sepa, they be going skate and all kind of things. Tell Israel Khan to go and skate now. See if you can get skating out of your house. And to the people who promote UNC, all the like the man down the bottom, you're getting a sense. to make noise and not even think about the noise you're making. You're just like a rara. Let us build this country, Ms. Camilla Posad Bisesa. Sit back and watch how our country should be run. Dr. Rowley, sit on the saddle, and you see there, pull throttle and spin corner what you're supposed to. Don't care who fall on because it look like all of them drunk still. I go.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Pleasant good morning to the listeners and callers of 91.9. Bruce, you know what I have been studying over the weekend? I want to say, first of all, let me say thanks to Jenny and Mr. Chance for that insightful set of information that they gave us this morning. It was most important because as many people, especially those in Tobago, I am certain, would not have known of how much dedicated work that Russell Martino would have put on vis-a-vis this country, you understand, as an attorney, and how he developed himself as well as what he did for our country. And if you compare, if you ask yourself, what has Kamla Prasad Bisesa during her long, quote-unquote, career done for Trinidad and Tobago? You see, we must try and remember, we are in 2022. They came into power in 2010. That was 12 years ago. 12 years ago. Not our words, not my words, not your words, not the words of 91.9. 12 years ago, Kamla Prasad Bisesa was working 2 days a week. Who said that? I want to ask this question. No, if she get back in power in the next 3 years, that's going to be 15 years. You think she going to work 7 days a week? Huh? And people must remember, while the cats are away drinking milk, the mice will play. And that is what happened between 2010 and 2015. All those checks that were written between the last 3 months of their tenure, you think she knew about it? You think all those set of monies that was spent, I am certain she was as shocked as you and I, Bruce, when she heard that her Attorney General had spent $1.4 billion between his fee and his friends. I am certain because he said so. Who you want me to give it to? Not my friends. He said so, not me, not you. So therefore, I am asking Trinidad and Tobago this question. If you want to call people who have given to this country in immeasurable terms, Bruce, directorships, attorney generalship, certain things that benefit Trinidad and Tobago today, the working class, his qualifications. Bruce, you are studying he, you calling he a groveler and a eater food man. Total disrespect. I challenge Kamla Prasad Bisesa or anyone on the UNC side today to put out their curriculum vitae. Let us hear about it from since they were Attorney General or what is their career, whatever their career might be, their profession might be. I challenge any one of them to point out against Russell Martino. Let us hear. Furthermore, I challenge all of them to put all of them collectively and let us hear and let us compare all of their curriculum vitae against Russell Martino. And still, not even one of them, inclusive of Kamla Prasad Bisesa, I will not say SC because according to her own attorney, she doesn't deserve it. But this is the most important part, Bruce. And this is the part that's shocking me. And this is the part I concern with Trinidad and Tobago. After all that he said, after all that has been said over the last 12 years,
about this woman, even before when the late great Dr. Patrick Manning warned us. He warned us. He said, "Oh, you be careful. This woman is not fit. This woman is not able. This woman will be detrimental to Trinidad and Tobago, Bruce, because that's 5 years, 3 months, and 14 days, Bruce. We still can't catch ourselves. And look at what we come through in the last 7 years. No other prime minister would have been able to get us out of that, outside of that, unless they were named Patrick, not Patrick, Keith Christopher Rowley. I want to ask her to make this question, because her attorney said, don't mind all what I say, I go vote for she to be prime minister. If you can't be an attorney general, an attorney with a senior counsel and you have no qualifications, how the hell we could upgrade you to prime ministership again? How are we doing that, Bruce? Answer that question for me. I want people for her attorney who said that about her to answer this question for me. How then can we upgrade her to see from senior counsel to prime ministership again after her record, which is extremely poor and which he agrees with? Bruce, we have a problem, and Trinidad and Tobago has to look within and ask ourselves, are we ready to go back to those times when she didn't have a clue what was going on in her cabinet, while money was running helter-skelter all over the place and people was filling the pocket like that officer in the what do you call it, the thing that we saw on the television when he went to get monies from this gentleman from the army. How he was full in the pocket and he shot and everything, as much money as he could get. That reminded me of the UNC. And this is where we want to go back to. Lord help this country if we don't get up off the backside and do what we need to do this year and in 2025. Bruce, I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So guys, just a bit of quick information here for you. Wait one. Mandinka Entertainment presents Freedom Cruise, Afrobeats and Reggae Showdown. It happens on Friday, July 29th, Emancipation Weekend. We're boarding at the Hyatt Waterfront at 11 p.m., sailing at 12 p.m. sharp. And this is aboard the embassy. And well, let's see in this. Hold on. Yes. Boarding on the embassy. Tickets are $200. The dress code Royal Best Afro Fit Female and Male Entrance Prize. For more information, you can call 637 367 Hold on. I ain't seen this properly. Right, nice. So you call in 367 6339 472-5765 or 486-2351. Remember, no oversized coolers and no glass bottles. Your DJs are DJ Andy, DJ Jasta, DJ Nyabingi, DJ 9 Miles, and DJ System Rebel. So remember, it's all about Mandinka Entertainment, Freedom Cruise, Afrobeats, and Reggae Showdown. It happens on July 29th. That's Friday, Emancipation Weekend. So look out for that. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, Bruce. We cannot second one here. Just to say, Bruce, it will be very remiss of me. Thank you, Brian, and thank you, Rolly Jr., for the comment. And yeah, that is very important. And I want to tell my colleagues in Tobago that later this week I'll be talking about Gilbert Peterson, the senior counsel. So the children will know history, the rich history and the legacy of these two fine gentlemen. And I omitted to mention that Russell Martino was accorded, accorded, didn't give him, because of his work. He got his senior counsel in 1993. So he has 3 decades as a senior counsel. You hear that? 1993. 3 decades as a senior counsel. That's the quality of the man you're talking about. And yet you talk about eat a food. And later this week, I'll talk about Gilbert Peterson. But in my second call, I just want to take this opportunity to commend the Mayor of Arima and the Borough Council for renaming Pro Queen Street Lord Kitchener Avenue. You hear that? Yes. That's well done. That's my hometown, you know, Bruce. Yes. Ima. Yes. Pro Queen Street is now Lord Kitchener Avenue. That's from the market moving south.
Okay.
Commendation to the mayor and the River Borough Council for renaming that street Lord Kitchener Avenue. Of course, Lord Kitchener is Alvin Roberts, the Grand Master. Bruce, you know him?
Yeah.
Yes, you know Alvin Roberts, the Grand Master.
Yes,
well,
yes.
that main street in the river has been renamed the Lord Kitchener Avenue. Thank you very much.
342-00814-665391. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
You see how this is stand for the people, no matter how much wrong they do, how much lie they do. You see how they just stand up for their own people, but there's only we not here. There's one to be playing. I ain't voting, and we're not standing up for their own people. They're standing up for their people, no matter how much wrong they do, how much lie they do. They're sure about the 18th seat, but there's only we are, and I want us to learn. But we're not taking heed or what's taking place. It's time we start to stand up for our head, right? Like how the other side doing it.
Yes.
No matter what. You see how Israel can? He knows they're wrong, everything, but he's still going to vote for her. So you see, I hope we making lesson. All of them on them and Paul Street, all of them, I hope they're taking heed, you know. I hope that, and when I say that here, I don't want them to go and vote for stupid Duke for the wrongdoing. So, put somebody, maybe a prime minister who knows what he's doing for this country.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning again, Brucey.
Morning.
You know what I don't understand? This gentleman, you're defending the Law Association for what she said about the Law Association. You're calling on her to give back till, but at the same time, you end up saying you will vote for her to be the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. So the Law Association value more than Trinidad and Tobago. I don't understand it. Right? God is in control. I'll keep saying that. Okay?
Yes, my dear. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, my dear Brucey.
Hi, good morning. How you doing?
Well, so far, so good, boy. So far, so good, thank God. Listen to me. I want to find out something. Those esteemed lawyers, Mr. Martino and Mr. Peterson and these guys and so on, I think Mr. George and all these people who were disrespected, because they are men of high esteem, okay? Experience. I mean, their track record speaks volume, unlike the opposition leader, Miss Susela. Were these gentlemen alone pointed out and called eater food? And they also denigrate the URP, hard-working URP and CPEP workers. These people, when we have different events and any kind of national disaster, you call these people out, and they give up their best, and their work could also be held up, and you want to denigrate them and call these people eater food and all this kind of thing. I want to know if any Indo, is this about a racial something, right? According to Foucault, a smelling race, you know? A smelling race. Because I am here, and you know what the irony too, Bruce? We close to emancipation, where all of us, as people of African descent, who go out there and hold up ourselves and parade and so on, and with dignity and honor, and you come in on the eve of our emancipation. I hope I don't see none of them wearing clothes in African garb. None of them, right? Because they're foolers. You want to denigrate these men. I hear you point out, now you want it to be balanced. You're called Indo, You're called Syrian, you're called Chinese. But I am getting only Afro lawyers and men of high esteem that were called out. So according to Coco and everybody, a smelling race. That's all I want people to chew on. Is this a racial something? Only those people were highlighted by Ms. Shusela. A smelling race, Bruce boy. It's not looking good for TNT. So when we have to go to the polls, you know, the slave masters, people with the slave master name, they're going to be coming wrong in the yellow. The yellow bellies going to be coming along to asking for your vote. But we are a dignified people. We are a proud people. So you can't come and insult me and denigrate all the people who hold high office in this land of African descent. And then you're saying they have slave master names. And then you're coming to ask for a vote. You and your posse. Well, I will tell only the same day you tell people, go to hell. Thank you, Brucey.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Hi, morning.
Yeah, good morning to everybody. God just bless you all today. Yeah, concerning how the opposition leader addressed the lawyers of African descent, you know, and it's really bad, right? And I hope the other African descendant on her side, descent people on her side, can see how she's treating with African people who earn their degrees, earn their position in public office. And so she could treat them with that type of behavior. And CPEP, because, you know, the whole issue is CPEP is only African people working there. And so you can say that that's how she treats them. But, you know, when land was given up during UNC and they tenure in office, wonder who it was given to. We have sudden millionaires, Bruce. Everybody, you know, a lot of people are millionaires. Do we question their source of income? Do we question a lot of people? Because recently I have this child who did her place and she was given the honor, right? And they accept that. How many more of that, Bruce, that exists in our country that we are not checking on, right? And concerning recusals, don't they recuse themselves when we want to pass law to keep criminals off the streets of Trinidad and Tobago? They don't stay in office to vote for good citizen or good governance. They walk out of the parliament. And you know what, Bruce? They represent the same criminals, you know. It's all about money. It's not about country. It's not about governing the country at all. You know, and sometimes I wonder, Bruce, what they're eating on the other side. What are they eating on the other side that should get them so blinded that they cannot see? You know? And concerning the drugs and guns in the street, have you ever heard the UNC and the Monday night platform asking the government and national security minister to investigate how the guns get to those people on the street and how it gets into the country? No investigation on that. And how they are sudden millionaires. You've seen development all over this country in Trinidad and Tobago, selling for millions of dollars. Whose land is that? How was it acquired? Bruce, they are not asking the right question. They are just about a pack of party people, not people to see that this country runs good. Imagine you would say that we what? I can't remember the exact words. We're upgrading ourselves in this country, and you're not looking at that. You're not a Trinidadian. He certainly is not a Trinidadian. He's not African either. I don't know where he came from, this child guy. Have a pleasant day.
Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce. Morning.
Yeah, man. Morning.
Morning. How you doing, man?
I did cool, man. What's going on?
Yeah, they're listening, boy. Listening plenty. Morning to Clem, Mr. Chance. Good contribution always. Good researching, Mr. Chance. You're teaching us a lot. Miss Cummins, Mammy Sauce, Sasky, Mr. Ever Fireman. Yes. Bruce, I called this morning to tell Carol I love her contribution. That if I had the slave master name, don't come and ask me to vote for you all. You understand? And I love that contribution this morning. Right? And also, don't forget what they do in 2010 to 2015 with legal fees. You understand? One, it was published which part Newman get $20 million a legal fee in brief. Fitzgerald Hines get $50,000 in 2010. I remember that. $50,000 in a legal brief. So who's the eater food, Miss Bissessa? If you call in people have high esteem who went and earned a degree and study hard to enter the law association, right? What would you call CPEP workers, Miss Bissessa? What kind of words are you using as a leader of this country? You have no integrity. And there's certain activists, Bruce, running from the UNC, you know. Right now, it have won by my partner, Muffin, in Sanwo. Right? Running. He had to tell she come and get she clothes. You understand? Okay, Bruce, you have a nice day.
Yeah, man, take care.
Take care.
Caller, good morning.
Morning again, Bruce.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Chance read my mind, because I was now about to call him to tell me, listen, if you can give, the qualification and so on of the other people names that she called, and she find out that these people, served, and they will never overpay thing for writing a letter for $12 million. This woman has no shame, But, what's the second call about? Now, Bruce Carroll made the point about the sitting there under the UNC. Bruce, people try to beat Dr. Rowley, and unfortunately, they can't really penetrate. Well, fortunately, they can't penetrate how he stands there and make his contribution. Sometimes he has to demonstrate a degree of disdain to some of these reporters. And then I heard Patsy went on a tirade with respect to making a comparison between Dr. Rowley and Kamala Prasad, which is Patsy, you have to be one of the worst cynics I've ever seen, to tell me that, listen, when a man sits there, knowing fully well that Dr. Rowley don't get involved with the LAPD and these people, pay to ask him his view. And listen, Prime Minister said no comment. He said, I'm a geologist. And everybody next to that he should resign as a Prime Minister. All this nonsensical thing. Of course, you see, let me tell you something. I just make my contribution on the basis of I know the welfare and the interest of the people lies in what is approved in the Parliament. People that sit there and see Kamala Prasad and they're walking out. I'll tell them, they walk out of that Parliament and will not agree to any bill brought forward. There are 29 seats. What came out of 29 seats is the administration of justice bill. Nothing worthwhile for this population. And I feel sorry for these supporters of the UNCF. Because poor thing, the blind leading the blind, because they don't know that whatever is coming forward with respect to even local government reform, property taxes, revenue authority, is going to give them more money and more employment in the area for those who are in bars and all kind of things. And I'll just sit down there and have a lady in yellow just feel that all they should clap her when she said, no to this bill, no to that, crime running amok, the bail bill, all the place getting robbed, unfortunately. And when you go there, them say no. So let's keep on. And as long as they stay and say no, Bruce, a lot of us out here not benefiting from new arrangement and new policy decisions that could increase revenue for more employment. You know why? Because 19 seats of people there with who making themselves viable by telling this whole population in that House of Representatives no to everything. Well, let's stay there. Bruce, good program. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, man. Bless. Caller, good morning. Lost it. Call me back. In just a few minutes' time, I'll be getting out of here. Caller, good morning.
Blessed morning to you, Bruce, the boss Wayne.
Hey, my brother. How are you doing? Morning.
I ride the chance, Felix, all loyal listeners and callers, all who are on the live. Bruce, I was listening to the news on the next frequency concerning these cable thieves, copper cable thieves. The villains involved, and here how I point it over. You see the vehicles? The police must never give back those vehicles. Right? That's the first point. The second point now, bring them to court, and one time, years in jail. It's not no fine, it's not nothing else, it's only years in jail. You must send a message to all who want to destroy government property. It must be a very stern prison term so that people would avoid interfering with government property, Bruce. Because right now, the people somewhere in Blanchisseur's Day, right now they wouldn't be having no phone. So if you understand what I'm saying you.
Yeah.
So when you catch this, and one try running away, you understand? But they catch him, if you understand what I'm saying. 5 of them. And here what I telling you, Bruce, all who they catch, make sure that they have jail time, and 5 years is the least time for any one of them. Thank you very much, Bruce.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bruce.
Hey, good morning, my brother. How are you?
Your boy is trying to be as good as I can, boy. Thanks be to God. Yeah, Bruce. You say you remember email gate?
Of course.
Well, you can't forget that.
Yeah.
And we all know who was a lawyer, eh? So if you scratch my back, I go scratch yours. So I can't throw you down to the wolves to eat you one time.
Yeah.
Say piece of meat for yourself. Boy, this country nice too bad, you know, Bruce, boy. Because after yesterday, I listened to a program, then I see a fella from Miaro. He and Doppy and Wade Mark and them fellas. This Miaro representative telling me that he hear the government get some windfall due to the war between Ukraine, and if they get 8-something million, they must use it with sense and spend it on agriculture and school. See, I wonder if this fella remember what happened at the agriculture department years ago, and still happen. With when all the land we get them down in Caroni, he said down right with the government and change law, and them fellas went and sell property, you know, like hot bread, you know, like what Duke does do, hot bread. They sell the property when they should not, you know. Make profit, but he telling me put back my money in agriculture there. When Manin opened the one up in the back thing, up the hill, he bring Venezuelan here to help them develop it. Who mash it up again? So when Paris talking, I say Paris, that's a real Paris talking, you know. Because Paris, like he are born dark shade, he can't see, he have to go and ride a horse. But you can't win no race. But you can't come on the air and talking foolish to people who know. True. He and Skirrell. Skirrell the same thing. And Duppy the same thing. Duppy know his reputation outside and no good at all. What Duppy coming on TV and under 95 and talking to me and you outside, who know about Duppy record? Eh? Because you see, Mark, you see them fellas and them, they forget wastewater plant. They forget how much money the flyover by Kireb Junction cost. We had to go back in court and fight, but they had to renegotiate every contract that they had. Right now, Central Bank can't even account for millions of dollars. What missing? Go and ask, let Paris everywhere it's going to. So you want to come and tell me how to spend money when you keep out half the money from the treasury? Where going to get it from? He must be seeing money that's fall from heaven there. So it is from his Paris. It's Paris partner and them won't walk away with it. So we got to ask Paris to see people there to bring back some. Have a nice morning, Bruce.
You too, man. Bless. Caller, good morning.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Bruce Wayne.
Merry Christmas, my brother. How are you doing?
Well, but you just staying down in the sun here, watching the sun over the skies, watching me down here.
and listening in. I want to say good morning to Miss Sharon Felix, Sister Jenny, Miss Julia Davy, Sister Shilma, Mother Tana Puna, Mommy Sauce, Miss Carol, and all the ladies from Tobago. Come right back, all the ladies this morning. Trinidad and Tobago, a pleasant good morning. Mr. Chance, Manu, Sawaman, Bataria, Junior Rowley, all the brothers and sisters that keeping this program going. Sister Aisha, all the blessings. Brother Bruce, Mr. Bruce Wayne, I want you to do something for me this morning. I want you to play a disclaimer for me before I say what I have to say and play one for me after I done see.
All right, no problem.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Thank you, Mr. Bruce, and I will play it for me after I done see what I have to say, because I keep reminding the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and you see, the problem I have is nobody sees how serious this business is, Brother Bruce. That is why Miss Camilla Passad, my sister, Susela, as they call she, could say wherever she wanted to say Trinidad and Tobago. And I keep telling them it's a criminal regime we voting in Trinidad and Tobago in 2010. And you're still seeing, because if you could come out as an opposition leader, which you have all kind of people with all kind of things against the name sitting in the parliament of Trinidad and Tobago, Brother Bruce. We in serious problem in Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Bruce, play this disclaimer for me again. It's a criminal bunch of people we dealing with as an opposition in Trinidad and Tobago. Play the disclaimer for me, please, Mr. Bruce Wayne. This is not a...
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
So guys, that's basically all the time we have for today. It was a pleasure being in your company. It was a pleasure having you in mind. Out of time, but not out of things to say. I'll be right back here with Mr. Dominic Romain tomorrow, please God. So keep it locked to the Street 909 FM as our programming continues. And have a great day today, everyone.
And right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
I don't mind we practice the cultures.
DJ Bruce Wayne.
Expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Find your price, hey, your price. It doesn't matter if you have rain. You can see joy, right? He asked for a wine and I give him. A winer's a winer, no sin. Until I give it up. But like he get too much, grandstand, let me hear you.